You've returned. I'm so grateful. Here's the job for today. Our new neighbors accepted that last care package with open arms. How about you make another for me?
Why does everyone still squabble all the
The
time?
Settlers of Foundation. They're looking to move in and start building some real towns in the area. I'd like to stay on good terms with them. We share a common goal of rebuilding Appalachia. Thank you. See that it's delivered safely.
Maybe someday we'll get down there and rebuild some of those workers' cities. Looking for some shelter from the great outdoors? Of course. What do you want to know? We just want to build up this wasteland we call home and make it a safe place to live and raise a family. Nothing more, nothing less. No grand ambition. We just want to live peacefully. He'll deny it, but Page and Foundation is the closest thing to a leader we've got. He's in charge of construction, and we do a lot of that. Plus, he really rallied us on our way down to Appalachia. Gave me a place to call home. I'd follow him anywhere. We have little homesteads here and there, but our biggest settlement is Foundation, southeast of here. That's where we set up shop when we first arrived in Appalachia. Stop by if you're in the neighborhood. It's a sight to behold. A real town, like before the war. Well, if you want me to. No, afraid not. I'm from further north, a place they used to call Pennsylvania. Grew up in a small town where my padre used to mine coal. Came to Appalachia with Page and his group as they moved south to greener pastures. You won't get an argument from me on that point. My town wasn't much better. The bombs lit our coal mines on fire. They've been burning for as long as I can remember. Reminds me of southern Appalachia. Maybe for that reason, I'd like to rebuild that place someday. My father was a good man, a working man. Sadly, he's passed on. They say before the war, he fought the power to keep his job and feed his family. Reminds me of some stories I've heard of old Appalachia. I can empathize. The town I grew up in was part of a little group of towns that all banded together after the Great War. That kept everyone safe and protected for most of my life. But we had to make sacrifices. When food got tight, we drew lots. I got the short straw. They threw me out on my own. Just when I thought I'd have to turn to raiding, I came across Page's group. They were heading south in search of a new life in Appalachia. Sounded good to me. I joined up and have been with them ever since. A new home. Nothing's more satisfying than turning this hellish world of ours into a place worth living in. Sure thing. I can tell you what I know. We're at odds with the Raiders. That should be obvious. Who is it? We work with the Brotherhood of Steel when we have to, but we won't let them dominate us. We get on well enough with the Responders and Blue Ridge Caravan Company. They provide helpful services to us all. I think my views align with what you'd expect. The Raiders are violent psychopaths. Steer clear of them. The Brotherhood of Steel is a pretentious, overbearing organization that wants to control the world. The Blue Ridge Caravan Company is a bit shady, but their business helps everyone in the area. And the Responders should be our closest allies. I don't like that they play the neutral party. Okay. Ask away then. Safe travels wherever you're headed.
Looking for shelter? This place is impressive, huh? Well, the Garahans rode high on their mining cash for a long time. Not that it got them anywhere in the end. You got that right. Though, sometimes I wonder if going on living like this is a blessing or a curse. Hard not to be nostalgic for a glitzy past when you have to carry on looking like I do. Anyway, I don't know if you want to listen to an old lady reminisce, but I'll be camped out here for a while. It's a stroll down memory lane. Well, now that you mention it, I did happen to chance upon some of Vivian Garahan's old vintage. She always did know her wine. Here, have some. I've had plenty already. I'll tell you what I can. I did. And better than a lot of people, in fact. I worked at Garahan HQ before the war. A receptionist. I got to know some of the higher-ups pretty well. Get in with people like that, and you get invited to a cocktail party or two. I have mixed feelings. They lived a life of luxury up there, built on the backs of those hard-working miners of theirs. On the other hand, they paid my salary and were friendly enough in person. I wasn't exactly slaving away in the pits either, so how resentful can I be? Especially now that I'm alive and they're long gone. I was lucky. I hid, and when those red monsters showed up, I fled east, but the coast is bad. Very bad. It was hit a lot harder than home was, so when people started flooding back, I came back as well. I wasn't unscathed, of course. I became what I am today. A ghoul. And that hasn't made life any easier. Well, for one thing, you're never given the benefit of the doubt. Something stolen? Instant suspect. I guess it's hard to keep an open mind about someone that looks like they'd eat you at the first opportunity, but it's still frustrating. But the worst part? Every time you see one of those feral monsters, you wonder, what separates them from me? Will that be me someday? That's hard to live with. Sure. Anything else? Suit yourself. I'm gonna live in the husk of luxury for a little bit longer.
So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. 'Cause you got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart is done been broken just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell.